Today, we're going to unbox, set up, and test out the 7x7x7 golf cage net from Galileo Sports. Now, Galileo Sports was kind enough to send me this net out to test for free. However, I only agreed to do this review if I could give it my full, honest review, so that's what you're gonna get. The website does suggest that this is a multi-person job to assemble and put up. It also says it can be done in 15 minutes or less. However, I'm gonna try to do it solo, and I'm sure others of you would try to do the same, so you're gonna get a feel of how difficult or easy it is to set up by yourself. All right, comes in a well-sealed package inside the box. So they're really taking care of the product for when it ships. They've got it in a box that's then been wrapped, that's then in another box, so you shouldn't get a damaged product. All right, we have the impact target net. Some instructions, which seem like they are pretty clear, so we'll follow those. Vacuum sealed mesh. This is just a warning, making sure that you read the instructions first, and then you also want to protect the product from bad weather and long-time exposure for the long-term practice. So you don't want to keep it outdoors all year long if you're in bad climate. Then we have a ton of poles here. And some of them seem to be connected. Oh, very interesting. All right. All right, so the first step seems to be assemble the pole structure. Seems pretty simple. All right, last pole going in. Okay, so after I put the frame together, it's time to put the net on. The net has a back and a front, so you gotta make sure the back, so it slopes down, so we're going to Velcro those straps on nets. This could be the part that's a little challenging for just one person. We'll see how it goes. All right, a lot of these Velcro pieces are stuck together, making it a little challenging to unpack. I think this black part goes to the front. All right, I think I have the directions sorted, which is probably the most difficult part, trying to get this laid out the right way. Pretty confident that black strip goes at the bottom there, so I started there. And now, hopefully the rest of this goes fairly smoothly. Velcro straps are solid, nice and thick. Feels like a solid build. All right, main part of the net is up. So the next step then is to hang another internal net, so it's double at the back where there's going to be the most impact. And then there's also an impact screen as well. Okay, so I didn't notice they don't actually have any hooks or Velcro on the internal net. You're just doing it with tie-ons. It's a little surprising. I would think that maybe there would be some hooks or something like that, but there isn't. So you can see this part's a little frustrating, and that's when I definitely would have liked to have seen some other way of attaching this inner net. So this is the one drawback I've seen so far. All right, I'm gonna bring you around so you can kind of see my struggle a little bit better here. So, with the camera. All right, I'm gonna bring you around here so you can see my struggle a little bit better. So, for each of these now, you have to reach in through the net, feed this little tie around, And again, not so bad for what I'm doing right here on the side of the net. But the top of the net is a bit of a pain to feed it through. Again, probably easier with two or three or four people, but yeah, I still think the design on that particular element could be better. All right, the next part is the impact screen. It's going to go up. I do like this material, this look, and it looks like they have at least a couple straps here that you can put on. All right, I really don't understand how to attach these things. There are two adjustable buckles in the upper left and right corner of the target, which can be hung on the plastic O-ring of the body net. Okay, so setup mostly done now, or pretty much all done. Maybe a couple straps here and there like this one that I forgot about. So I'm just gonna go around, take another look, put it in position, and then give it some hits. We'll go from there. All right, so I'm going to be hitting a pitching wedge here, and I'm gonna move it to the back of my mat just so I can have enough clearance so I don't hit. Again, normally I would play up here on the front of my mat, but even from my pitching wedge, you can see that I would hit this. So again, purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to move back. It's really hard to move my fiber built mat back. It's so heavy. So I'm just going to move back here and see that that is clear enough. Give it a go. Try a slightly longer iron here, see if I can get away with an 8 iron. I'm going to try to hit the hybrid, but that's about as much as I can do from my space here. So I'm ready to give my final thoughts on the Galileo Sports 7x7x7 hitting net. I'm going to start with the pros and then move into a few cons. Pros, I think it's well designed and well structured. When you have it all together and cinched in, Velcro straps are really strong, netting seems good, poles when it's all together seem tight and compact. You're going to get a little wiggle room as you would with any system, but overall pretty solid. I was impressed by that. And it can be set up by one person. As you saw though, there are some steps that you might struggle with where a pair of helping hands definitely would go a long way. The ball return system at the bottom did seem to do what it's supposed to do. However, already kind of me stepping on it, which I'm probably maybe not supposed to do as much as I did. I'm not sure. You can see it's already kind of matted down a bit more. So it may not stay elevated, but the balls hit and roll back anyways. So overall, no complaint there. Another pro to this net is the cost. It is a cost-effective option as far as nets go. Really isn't that expensive for a golf cage. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly golf cage option, definitely check this one out. I do like that at the back of the net, it's a double net plus the impact screen. And I do like that you can buy a replacement of this on their website. So if you start to notice that the netting's starting to wear out, you can always buy more and instead of having to replace the whole thing, which is a bonus. I'm pretty sure you can also replace the impact screen as well. Now, those are all the good things. Some of the cons though, and I've talked about some of them already.